It's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another sponsored review of a new ICO coming up. The public sale is coming up April 1st, 2018. I am very, and I repeat, I am very excited about this one and will be participating in this ICO just because of the what they're trying to do as far as disrupting the application development industry, software development industry. We're moving toward decentralization. We all know that. And this company here, Crowd Machine, they already have a working product. It's been in the enterprise realm for some time now. Now they're trying to finally migrate and push it out to the everyday coders and developers. And I'm going to explain this to you guys. This is more of a technical type of company. What they're doing is more technical than maybe, you know, some of your more consumer-based products. But for those who aren't techies, you will still find this to be groundbreaking and very useful for you guys. So I want you to stay tuned for this one. Again, the company is Crowd Machine. There's a person that I really admire, and I'll get into who this person is, but this person is backing and said this is his biggest holding. He participated in the private sale. We'll go through the details, but from what I observed from this gentleman over the past 5 years I've been in cryptos, he's not a shill. He's legit, and his name and reputation matters to him. So if he's telling us that this is his largest holding and he's most excited about this project, I think you guys should be too. And that's a big reason why I'm excited about it, to be honest with you. So again, it starts April 1st for you guys. We'll go over the details starting now. So the site is, you guys can visit it. It's crowdmachine.com. Get over there now. Again, the ICO public token sale starts in 27 days. Great news for us US citizens. We can participate. You will have to go through KYC, but you are able to participate in this ICO. So I'm very excited, and I know a majority of my audience is in the US, so you guys will be able to do that if you feel comfortable with the KYC process for this ICO. Now, what is Crowd Machine, you may ask? Because the name is, for most, and even for me, it was kind of ambiguous. And so I have a video that we're going to start off with to give you a clear concept of what Crowd Machine is. I think this will definitely help some of the non-technical viewers, so you can get an understanding of how groundbreaking this concept is. Again, it's been working. They've been testing it rigorously in the enterprise arena, and they're now bringing it to the masses. So check this video out, and then we'll continue on with
Crowd
this
Machine
review.
is revolutionizing the blockchain and decentralized apps market. By leveraging the world's surplus device processor capacity, Crowd Machine has created an intelligent, decentralized cloud. It combines this with a new app creation technology that enables anyone to create sophisticated blockchain and decentralized apps without writing code. We've spent years developing this powerful virtual machine, and after battle testing it in the enterprise, we are thrilled to make it available to the world of app creators and thinkers who seek to create apps without the complexities of coding.
We've just tried to make the whole process simpler by automating it. Novices and developers can actually build a solution and take that solution to market much faster than they have in the past.
People from all over the world can participate and benefit from a new app economy and accelerate the adoption of blockchain.
You'll be able to use Crowd Machine to create apps or create app source code and put it into CrowdShare and monetize that intellectual capital that you've created in the form of tokens.
CrowdShare is a repository of source code which can be used by anyone in the community to build apps. App developers are paid Crowd Machine tokens each time their source code is used by other community members. Crowd Machine also allows people from anywhere around the world to share their spare device or computer capacity and be part of its new decentralized cloud.
So it allows everybody on the planet, whether it's a mobile phone, notebook or a desktop device, and even down the track IoT devices that are sitting around idle most of the time, everybody will be able to market the spare capacity of their devices, and every time a piece of an app runs on it, you're going to get paid in tokens.
Using intelligent routing algorithms, Crowd Machine ensures device owners in remote locations around the world can participate equally.
What we're trying to do is create an environment, a global environment, where everybody collaborates to create the next evolution of decentralized applications.
Combining the power of our technology with a global development crowd collaborating in the creation of apps will change development forever and remove the single point of control authority model that exists today. Join the revolution. Power Crowd Machine.
So I hope that really explained it for you guys in a very condensed and concise way. Essentially, individuals that are less technical will be able to go into their studio, Crowd Machine's studio platform, and actually put together applications that can be utilized for whatever venture project that person is working on. They can borrow source code from individuals within the platform that are more technical, and use their source code within their app that they're building. And it's great because non-technical individuals can kind of bring their vision, their thoughts and dreams of different projects that they may have in mind. They can bring that together at very low cost, because now they're sourcing a lot of the code that they need from other more technical developers on the Crowd Machine platform. And on the other side, people that are more technical who do program, they will be able to benefit from this as well, because each time an individual on the other side utilizes a piece of their source code, they get paid in tokens, in the Crowd Machine token. So it's creating an ecosystem where both individuals are benefiting from it. The less technical individual is able to scale up, create massive, complex applications with little to no programming involved or knowledge involved. And then the individuals that actually create this source code benefit from those individuals using it. So I'm a more technical individual, so I see the great benefit from this, and I can see this being a whole paradigm shift in the way applications are built and scaled. So I'm very, very, very excited about this. I'm investing in it, and this will be the first one I invest, the second one I should say I'm investing in 2018. Great thing about it, again, U.S. citizens can participate. The only thing you'll have to do is KYC if you're comfortable with that, and boom, you're able to participate in this ICO coming up April 1st, 2018. Now, I talked about an individual that I looked up to, admire. I saw him down at the International Bitcoin Conference in Miami. He was speaking. He had a fireside chat with Stacy Herbert. His name is Charlie Shrum. I used to use his service prior to. He founded a company called BitInstant, and that BitInstant allowed individuals. It was an on-ramp to Bitcoin. This was before Coinbase, any of these exchanges that we now have. I used to use them to fund my Mt. Gox account back then in the day. So pioneer in this space. He went to jail, was convicted by, I believe, the SEC for money laundering, or because a lot of what happened was the government saw that funds were funneling through BitInstant to what back then was a Silk Road site, where people were buying various products, illegal and legal products, with Bitcoin. So they shut him down. He went to jail for 10 months. He's back out. He's doing great things in the crypto space. And really, I don't think he had anything to do with it, to be honest with you. They just had to pick someone to target for this. So Charlie Shrem, those who don't know, very influential person in the space. And to me, and those who do know him, know that Charlie Shrem is not a shill. He doesn't just push anything. And so for him to say this is the biggest investment ever for him, that should resonate with you guys. That should truly resonate with you guys. So I'm excited because he's excited about it. And I will definitely be participating in this ICO coming April 1st, 2018, guys. So jump over there and check it out if you, after, looking at the site, getting a feel for what they're doing. I'll be doing a little bit more review of it here in a second. But I want to read this tweet here. It says, Crowd Machine is honored to have the support of Charlie Shrem, founder member of the Bitcoin Foundation and director of business of Jack's cryptocurrency wallet. And if I click this, hopefully you guys can see that. It says, what a great insight into Crowd Machine. This project really stands out from the rest. Joseph Montrose says, and Charlie Shrem replies, agreed, my biggest investment ever. Again, I've been following Charlie Shrem. He's a stand-up guy. I saw him down at the Bitcoin International Bitcoin Conference in Miami over the summer, or over a few months ago, and man, I'm excited about it too. So let's go ahead and start taking a look, doing a deep dive into this company. The website is crowdmachine.com. Again, public ICO sale starts on April 1st, 2018. So go on over there, take a look at it, read up on the white paper, and see if this is something that you will be interested in. Now let's take a look at the front page here. It gives a nice overall rundown, and we'll take a more deep dive into Crowd Machine after this. So it says all future blockchain apps will be built and run using Crowd Machine. Say goodbye to AWS and Azure. AWS is Amazon's cloud service, and Azure is I believe Microsoft's cloud services. Never write code again. Get apps to market 45 times faster. Amazing. Again, the private sale, I believe, is going on right now. The minimum contribution for the private sale is $100,000. So if you guys are interested in the private sale, you can reach out to them to figure out what you need to participate in that. But you do want to get on over there to, if you are interested after looking at the product, the service, the concept, you want to get on that whitelist registration so that you are able to get on that list. I don't know if they have a cap on the whitelist or not, so you want to definitely make sure you get there to participate in the CMCT sale. So what is Crowd Machine? Crowd Machine is an advanced disrupted computer. Embedded within the computer is an app development engine that requires no coding, enabling anyone to create decentralized apps and smart contracts without limitation. So how it works, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Give you more of a visual. So the Crowd Machine consists of a decentralized peer-to-peer network computer called the Crowd Computer. The Crowd Computer is distributed on the Crowd Machine community's mobile devices and computers, where each device on the network functions to execute decentralized apps. Built into the Crowd computer is a highly capable blockchain and decentralized app builder technology called the Crowd App Studio. The studio allows developers and non-developers to build decentralized apps that run on the Crowd computer. Crowd App Studio is easy to use, functionally rich, and enables the creation of decentralized apps to meet any requirement. Additionally, blockchain smart contracts can be created to meet the most demanding requirements. And then it goes on to say here, once the decentralized app is built, it is deployed across a Crowd computer for you and made available to your customers. And it goes on to talk about the entire ecosystem and how CrowdShare speeds up decentralized app development. And so this is the kind of graphic showing you how this whole process works. So I want you guys to check that out. So it says here, apps can be created using Crowd App Studio and deployed to the Crowd computer. Crowd Machine enables off-chain apps to be created that are blockchain agnostic. That is beautiful. So meaning blockchain agnostic, that means it can run irrespective of if it's an Ethereum, if it's Bitcoin, if it's EOS. You're able to bring all of that together. So again, the scalability of this idea is just, it's mind-blowing. I'm really excited about this. And what I want to go ahead and show you guys actually is we're going to go into the white paper here. But before we do that, I do want to go over what problems they're solving in kind of more detail. So it says here, they are solving decentralized networks are too slow to run complex decentralized apps. Crowd Machine is fast and runs any decentralized app. And I was talking to a user or a viewer on my live stream last night about this. He was concerned about how Ethereum and the CryptoKitties application really broke the entire network. In addition to that, Ethereum's network has been bogged down when there are very popular ICOs that that take place. These types of things are just unacceptable, and so that's what Crowd Machine is going to do. They're going to mitigate a lot of that, those bottlenecks that we see. So it says here, writing decentralized apps and smart contracts is hard. Crowd Machine makes it easy, even if you're not a developer. Writing decentralized apps and smart contracts takes a long time. And so with their studio, you're able to plug and play very fast. Deploying decentralized apps is tedious. Crowd Machine makes it a one-click process. And also it says here, this is the part where Azure and AWS will be really put out of business if they're not adapting fairly soon. It says here, hosting apps is expensive. Crowd Machine makes it inexpensive. And we'll get into the details about that as well. Also, it says here, decentralized apps are locked into a specific blockchain. Crowd Machine is blockchain agnostic. And lastly, there's no market for decentralized apps. Crowd Machine has a decentralized app marketplace for developers to sell their apps. This is the part I like because I'm more technical. Get paid to be a member of the Crowd Machine community. It says here, Crowd Machine is focused on its community. The people who participate with the Crowd Machine technology combine to form the most advanced distributed network and decentralized app technology available today. Community members can be app authors, those that create apps, or app processors, those who use their devices to run apps on the network. Whether an app author or app processor, community members are paid for their participation. And I'm not going to go into each one. You guys can look into that further depending on which route you think would be best for you and how you would fit into their ecosystem, whether an app processor or an app developer. And I mentioned to you guys that Crowd Machine is actually a working platform in the enterprise arena. Again, I like ICOs that have something already, have business relations already set up, and that only helps. Nothing is guaranteed. There's no guarantee that any business will succeed, if you want to say, but I look at those points, those attributes that I can say, hey, there's a point for this company because they have XYZ. They already have a B2B relationship with many other companies, and that helps versus starting from the ground up and they raise a whole bunch of money and now they have to go out and look for these relationships. And so with Crowd Machine, they actually have GE, which is huge. Everyone knows them. Anthem, Cone, Ian Hewitt, Ian Hewitt, and Pacific Western Bank as current customers, guys. Amazing. So the team here, I'm not familiar with any of these individuals, but I did go look at their LinkedIn profile of the CEO. Very, very technical individual, and so that helps when the CEO is even technical. And you know, you'll have your CTO who can be technical, but for an individual who has a vision, if he's technical at in some aspect, it helps in how he maps out the execution of his plan. So that's great to see. So you guys can look further into the team on their website. Again, the website is crowdmachine.com. Public token sales starts on April 1st, 2018. So check it out, people. I do want to highlight some things from the FAQ section that I thought stood out. So let's go on over to that page. So a few FAQ questions I want to highlight for you guys. I think will give you more confidence about the company. It says, how long has Crowd Machine existed? Crowd Machine is a new company, but the Crowd Machine technology has been in development for many years. And another question here, how many employees does Crowd Machine have? Crowd Machine currently has 27 employees. Another area question I want to cover here, what is the cost of running my app? And it says here, it depends entirely upon your app. You only pay for the crowd computing process time you use. And you can kind of predict what your cost will be by using their test network, and that the test network will simulate cost structures for you. So it says here, how can I predict my cost? The best way to predict your cost is to build your app and deploy it to the Crowd Computer Test Network. On the test network, you can simulate user load, which will simulate your costs. So that's great to have. Another area I want to highlight for you guys and go over is the Crowd Machine compute tokens. And it says here, what does the Crowd Machine compute tokens do? So CMCTs are paid by app owners for the usage of their app on the Crowd computer. CMCTs reward node operators on the network for contributing computational and storage resources. And CMCTs also reward developers for their patterns executed on the network by app end users. And then a question that many of you may have is this an ERC20 token? And yes, the CMCT token is an ERC20 token, so that's good to know for many of you. And so another question here that I think is relevant: is there a maximum supply of CMCT tokens? It says here the tokens will have a fixed supply of 2 billion tokens and be divisible up to 8 decimal places. So that's good to know. That's a lot of usage there. You'll be fine with that. I think that's a realistic supply as well. So more about the token sale. You know, many times, and I'm critical of many companies that do ICOs. Like, what's the whole point? Like, you're just doing an ICO, like, you know, Ether Delta. What's the point of doing an Ether Delta ICO? You see countless examples of this in cryptocurrencies today. But this one has an actual use. So in order to give token purchasers the ability to run apps on the cloud computing platform, or cloud computer, I should say. And we already talked about when the sale starts. The public sale starts April 1st, 2018. And I think it ends on May 22nd. So you have a little bit of time there. But what you need to understand, you may ask, you know, what's the price of the token? Well, this is how they set the price of their token. So it says here, what is the CMCT price? So this is how it's calculated, guys. The CMCT token price is set by the market. It is calculated at the end of each sale period, i.e. within 7 days of the end of the pre-sale period and within 4 hours of the end of each of the 390 daily public sale periods. So that's it's a dynamic pricing model here, which is probably good. So it says here, what is the pricing mechanism? And it shows you the calculation of how they get to that. I do want to show you, I talked about it, but I want to show you on their actual site about who can participate in this sale here. So it says here, who can participate in the token sale? Anyone who makes a minimum purchase, successfully completes all identity and KYC AML checks, and is not from an excluded country can participate. And you say, well, what is a excluded country? I don't know offhand, but I do know here that U.S. residents can participate. It says here, yes, U.S. resident public sale participants must successfully complete all required identity checks and crowd machines know your customer anti-money laundering compliance checks. That's good news to hear. If you guys are comfortable, I know many aren't, so that still may be bad news about the KYC and AML stuff. But hey, I mean, this is probably the direction we're gonna have to go, unfortunately, with how the SEC is just trying to clamp down on things. So I don't like it either, but what can you do, right? To go on further here, to answer a couple more questions, token availability, allocation, creation, and bonus sales. It says, when will tokens be created? It says here, pre-sale tokens will be created after the completion of a successful ISRS 4400 audit of the paid-in contributions during the pre-sale period. And in the daily public sale periods, or public sale period, The tokens will be created within 4 hours of the close of each daily period. And I said that the sale actually ends May 22nd, but it may be, and I'm going to go back up and just verify for us here. I think the sale actually ends May 22nd of 2019. So it's almost like their sale is structured like EOS, which gives everyone the opportunity to purchase the tokens, which is, I think, is a fair way to do it, to be honest with you. So again, I like the structure of this ICO and distribution of tokens, to be honest with you. So that, I mean, I think that pretty much covers the FAQs pretty good. I wanted to hit those key points regarding a few important questions that I thought would be great for me to get you guys answers on from their FAQ page. But remember, those who follow Cliff High talked about last year in his reports about the difference between trains and tracks, and how the companies that are building the infrastructure, the tracks, are going to be the ones that have the most growth long term. Crowd Machine, in my opinion, is a company that you could consider is building the tracks, is building the infrastructure. Something like EOS is, and I don't follow Neo as much. But something like Neo and even Ethereum, I have my issues with Ethereum, but those types of companies or projects are laying the foundation for this blockchain technology going forward. There's one last thing I want to show you guys, and it's from their white paper. Just to give you guys a heads up, you can read the white paper, skim through it yourselves, but it is an extensive white paper, very thought out, very detailed. But one area I want to show you is on page 40. Let's see, I can't remember where it is. 45. Page 45 talks about, and I'm a person that I love visuals. This is the customer acquisition, CAC is what we call it. Customer acquisition chart. And so I'm going to zoom in here, and I want to just show you. You can read the details of it later, but just look at this chart. So as you can see here, the blue dotted line is the CAC projection, and then we have the 5-year customer acquisition. And for those that don't know, but SaaS, or software as a service, these SaaS models, this is why SaaS, if you're talking about from a business standpoint, why a SaaS company will be acquired for 10x earnings, because the actual money is out further, 5 years, 10 years down the line, because your cost for acquisition costs per customer starts to go down almost to nothing, as the further you operate this business. So this shows us here 65, and as we go out to year 5, it's all the way down to 4.7. And to the contrary, you'll see the acquisition number of customers head the opposite way in a very exponential route or way. So again, these are the types of things, SaaS companies, I would consider Crowd Machine to be a SaaS. It's excellent. I think, again, you're going to see a lot of growth from companies like this. So take a look at their crowd sale. I would say it's no rush, but it's almost a year. It was actually a year and some change, 390 days. But because that price is dynamic, like EOSs, you know, you may want to do it sooner than later. So again, jump over to crowdmachine.com. Public token sale starts April 1st, people. Hope you enjoy. Take care. Success is a key, my wife is a C-note.